Hey everyone, I'm hoping that you're all keeping well. A very good morning to all of you. I'm hoping that everybody is keeping well, preparing very, very well for the GDPI season. As we discuss today about the CAP form filling, I'm sure you've all met Keshav also in some of the form filling sessions that we've done. Keshav, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you doing?
Perfect. Keshav, now you are also getting a veteran at it. Most of the forms you are there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
All right.
actually fun to be here, though.
Yeah, good interactions that we do.
Yeah.
So, Keshav, let's start. Let's start with some of the key general instructions that are important, and I'll also keep pitching in as and when the important elements are there.
So to open the CAP portal, you have to go to IIM Kashipur's website, and there you'll find the option for the CAP portal. So once you click on that link, you'll see this screen. So here it's like same as other form filling. Your photograph, signature, and respective mark sheets and certificates are required. So so the only like major differences from some form would be in graduation or bachelor's or master's degree, you have to write your in case your colleges have provided grades or CGPA, then you have to write equivalent percentage. In case your colleges don't provide an equivalent percentage, you need to get a certificate from that college that they don't have a conversion formula or something, and then accordingly, here they have even mentioned the formula that if there is no scheme for converting CGPA into marks, then you have to divide your CGPA divided by maximum possible CGPA into 100. I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think this is again fairly simple. A lot of people last form filling had also texted that CGPA नहीं है मेरे पास या CGPA कन्वर्जन नहीं है, तो कॉलेज से आपको लेना पड़ेगा कि आपके पास CGPA कन्वर्जन नहीं है. अगर वो इतना भी आपको मेल पे दे देते हैं, ठीक है, या इंस्टीट्यूट के लेटर हेड पे दे देते हैं, या कैसे भी इन एन ऑफिशियल फॉर्म अगर वो आपके साथ ये शेयर कर देते हैं, यू कैन यूटिलाइज दैट. फिर आपको CGPA डिवाइड बाई मैक्सिमम CGPA टू 100 करने से आपका परसेंटेज कैलकुलेट हो जाएगा. ठीक है. Perfect.
No.
So that is done. I think there is nothing else there. We can talk a little bit about work experience. Work experience के अंदर there are one or two very important aspects. One is that for people who don't have a salary slip from the employer, okay, for all those people, the salary certificate can be generated from the bank. तो आपका जो बैंक अकाउंट है, बैंक अकाउंट के अंदर आपके एम्प्लॉयर के अकाउंट से आपके अकाउंट में जो अमाउंट ट्रांसफर हो रहा है, okay, that statement is also good enough to show and claim your work experience, right? So that is one very, very important aspect. Make sure of one or two elements. One is that it has to be transferred from the employer's account, number one. Number two, it has to be consistent, okay? ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि एक महीने में 2000, एक महीने में 15000, एक महीने में 3000, 5000. It has to be a consistent amount because salary आपका generally consistent होता है. So if you don't want to have any scrutiny there, make sure that it is consistent. And beyond that, one more important pointer that is here is if you have cash salary, then it will not be considered. So if there is cash salary that you have received, that will not be counted as work experience. Okay. Beyond that, another important aspect is work experience should be post your graduation. So once you've done your graduation, after that, whatever experience you have gained, only that should be counted as experience. Anything which you've done part-time or parallel to your graduation or pre-graduation is not considered as work experience in this case. Okay, so don't include that because as per the industry also and the institutions, that is not considered as valid work experience. Correct? So I'm hoping that part is also clear. Keshav, are we missing out on anything here?
Yeah, so like this point I saw, which were not in other forms, is regarding EWS category. So like while filling the form, they have to submit the certificate based on the income of financial year 22-23. But during final admissions, as per like if you can see this line, candidates are asked to obtain fresh certificates with the financial year 23-24.
Also, we will need to upload the work ex certificate till 31st Jan 2024. So, month of January has to be included. If you'll go scroll a little up, Keshav. Okay, so if you'll see here, work experience letter and relieving letter is required for all the past organizations, okay, or companies the applicant has worked with, and the certificate must be on company letterhead with seal and signature of competent authority. A lot of people, if the offer letter or your relieving letter must be there, should be there on the company letterhead with a seal and sign, otherwise it is invalid. Okay, so take care of that. That is again very, very important. Again, one more important element is in case if a service certificate is not available, please provide the offer letter or joining letter with first month pay slip and pay slip of the latest 2 months. So basically your last 2 months and the initial month with the offer letter is also a valid experience proof. Okay, so you can do that. So here you have offer letter, or joining letter with that first month salary and last 2 months salary. So last 2 months effectively meaning January and December अगर आप working हैं तो, और अगर आप working नहीं हैं तो आपका हो जाएगा relieving letter, ठीक है, और offer letter. उसके अलावा आपका ऑफर लेटर, फर्स्ट मंथ सैलरी और लास्ट के जो भी 2 महीने थे उसका सैलरी स्लिप, ठीक है. Okay, perfect. So I think work experience we have covered. Keshav, is there anything else that we are missing out on?
No, I think everything else is standard.
Okay, perfect. All right. So let's quickly then move forward to the next part.
So, like, firstly, you have to register by going to the new registration. After that, you need to log in. So I have already registered, so I'll just log in. So, okay, 1 minute. Yeah.
Perfect.
So you'll see the screen of that. Are you shortlisted or not? So you won't get an email stating that you're shortlisted. You have to come to this portal, register, and log in to check whether you're shortlisted or not.
Yeah. So that is one thing. A list of 10 IIMs have given you a shortlist. It's a wonderful opportunity, my dear friend. And I think give it your best. I'm sure you're going to make it to one of these amazing B schools. So let's move forward, Keshav, and
Yeah.
see how do we go about it.
Yeah, so, and please note that the deadline is 29th January, 5 p.m.
Correct.
So we recommend that you do not wait till 29th January to complete the form.
Absolutely. One more important aspect here is that PI will be held online. Okay, so your PI has to, will happen online. So that is very, very important. And allocation of PI date and time will be done in the second week of February. So by the second week, we are expecting the PI schedule to be confirmed to us. Okay, so that is there. Okay, let's move forward to the next one.
So here you can go to your student application. And this is really standard. You have to fill your 10th and 12th details. So, and everything should be in percentage. In case if you don't have marks, you can write GPA, but you still need to convert them into percentage.
Yeah.
And you need to upload your mark sheet plus passing certificate for both 10th and 12th.
And do we have to upload the conversion certificate also?
No, I think conversion certificate isn't mentioned.
So candidates are advised to fill in the CAP application form carefully and provide the information. Okay, remember, if any discrepancy is found, your admission shall stand cancelled. So, enter no incorrect information. Make sure everything that you're entering is absolutely correct. Double check it, verify it, and then submit it. Applicants should exercise carefully and be thoroughly assured of the CGPA to percentage conversion followed by the university. It is the onus of the applicant. So again, that also qualifies, because if you are using a wrong conversion, that also might lead to cancellation of your admission later. Okay, by application of the first caveat that is here. So make sure that even if you don't have to upload it, it has to be absolutely clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's quickly move forward. So 10th
So,
and 12th is again very, very clear.
yeah. And for bachelor's degree, you have to it's standard here too. You have to say if you have completed or pursuing degree name and your college and university. But here you have to upload that certificate, CGPA conversion certificate.
If you
As you
just
can see,
move a little upwards,
yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
it's mentioned bachelor's or provisional degree or course completion certificate. Number one.
Yeah.
So if you must have either bachelor's or provisional or course completion. What if somebody does not have it? Let's say somebody is preparing. So then they will click on pursuing. Keshav, if you could click on pursuing. Okay. Right. So if you will click on if you will click on pursuing, then what do we put it here? So you have bachelor's or provisional or degree or course completion, and then there is bona fide or self-undertaking. Let's understand these two elements also. Please read the instructions regarding bachelor master certificates. If you could click here, Keshav, it should give us some relevant information. Okay. So I think this is fairly, again, standard.
Yeah, it's the same thing like that was mentioned in the initial page about the conversion of CGPA into percentage and etc.
Correct. So I think this one is, so we can close this. This one is fairly standard. What I was looking at is, for people, is this a mandatory certificate upload? Bachelor's?
I don't see a star here, so I don't think it's mandatory.
Okay. Bona fide certificate self-undertaking. Can you quickly click on this, Keshav?
So if we click on this, an upload pop-up comes up.
So what is the undertaking about? That is something which we need to check.
Yeah, so I think like in case a candidate isn't able to get this provisional degree or certificate from the college, they can from themselves write about it and undertaking? Like,
I think
uh,
is there a format? Because in some of the colleges there is a
yeah. So
undertaking
here,
form.
here it is a column on download formats. I'll just click.
Perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, course completion certificate,
Yeah. So if
and
you'll
I'll
click
just
on this one,
yeah.
okay.
Okay. So like, I think we'll have to get this printed, and from the respective college authority, they need to like get it signed and sealed.
Correct. So this is to certify that this person is currently in the final year and awaiting the final results of bachelor during the academic and has obtained at least 50% of marks based on latest available marks or grades. The certificate has been issued to enable the candidate to apply for CAP 2024. Signature of the authority, designation, office seal, date. Guys, we don't have enough time on this. I think 29th is the last date, right, Keshav?
Yeah.
We have to get, if let's say you're studying, you have to get this done, so download this format. If you don't have your provisional or final mark, final degree, then you should do this and get it signed, get it sealed from the college authorities, and then you have to upload it. If you'll just go back, Keshav, this is yeah, so this is an important format. Again, there are formats for disability, EWS, NCOBC, SC, that you can also download from here. Okay, undertaking in lieu of bona fide certificate for final year students. If you can click this also.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is to certify again that currently in the final year is awaiting the results of bachelor of during the academic year. Okay, I've already applied to my institution for issue of bona fide certificate, but I'm unable to get the certificate before the deadline stipulated for registration. I've noted that I've provisionally allowed to register for the CAP process for admission. Okay, perfect. So now this one, if you just scroll downwards, is a so this is basically in lieu of the bona fide certificate. So for example, let's say if you're going to get a bona fide certificate from your college saying that you have completed your program, you're eligible for this course, etc., etc., then but you can't get it by 28th January, right, which is the deadline. So 29th January is the deadline. So if you can't get it by that time, therefore you should submit this as an undertaking that I will get the bona fide, just that I'm not getting the bona fide in time, and therefore I'm submitting this certificate. So, Keshav, is this clear between
Yeah.
that undertaking and this undertaking? Is the difference
Yeah.
clear?
Yeah. It's clear. Should I summarize?
Yes.
So basically, for the final year students or the for the final year students in the graduation, so you need to get a certificate from the college stating that you are currently studying and you have secured more than 50% in your college so far. So for that, there is a set format here. So in the dashboard, you go to download formats, and in the first one, you will see course completion certificate. This certificate you need to get verified by the college authority stating that you have secured at least 50% of the marks so far and in the final year. In case you are unable to do so in time, there is another certificate in point number 9 where you'll open this, and this is the self undertaking where you have to sign. Like self undertaking means you are saying that you are unable to get that certificate in time, so that's why you have to sign and fill this form to and move ahead. And I think interviews would be in February, so I think during the interviews they might ask you to submit that bona fide certificate from the college.
Yeah. What is a good practice is to effectively, as soon as you have this, okay, let's say you put in a self undertaking, but as soon as you have it, you should mail it to them also. So put them, put them a mail saying that I had put in a self undertaking, and right now I've received it, and therefore I'm, sharing it with you guys. Okay. So do that so that there are no discrepancies later on. Okay. And you keep it handy during the interviews also so that they check you should have it handy with yourself. Okay. Now let's quickly move forward. Go back to the application,
Yeah.
Keshav.
Yeah.
Now here again, very straightforward. We have discussed about bachelor's degree. If you just scroll downwards, we have
Yeah.
discussed.
Yeah, so sorry, sir. I forgot to mention one thing.
Yeah.
So I am Kashifur has made like if your data, if you want to change data, uh, from you want to change data, let's say percentage or something, but you have written a wrong percentage in your CAT form. So here you can so here there is a pop-up which asks whether your data provided in the CAT 2023 form is the same. If it is not, you click on no and write the right data. As you can see, this cannot be edited, but this ones can be edited.
For all the people, if in case there was any deviation or discrepancy, this is the time to correct it. Okay. You may not, have another time to correct this again, and therefore do it very diligently, properly, so that you are absolutely perfectly, you fill this. Okay. Now let's quickly move forward. Keshav, I think we have
Yeah.
discussed the bachelor's part quite well. Okay. Now,
I'll just quickly fill this so we can
yeah.
move further.
Yeah. So here we have talked about bona fide certificate can be a self undertaking also, and then a bachelor's degree. Okay, semester wise we have to put it. Okay, so semester wise or year wise we have to put it in terms of
So,
the
like, if we select, like, for example, you're getting your college follows semester-wise academic year. So, if you select semesters, you can add more rows here and enter respective semester marks.
correct.
And you have to upload your semester mark sheets. For example, if you have mark sheets of all the semester combined, you upload the combined certificate 6 times for like 6 semesters.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. If you have individual, then it is again straightforward.
Yeah.
So, if any discrepancy is found, your admission shall be cancelled. They are repeating this again and again. So, let's take it very carefully. Okay, moving forward, bachelor degree marks or promotion, aggregate marks. Okay, all right. Uh, Now enter graduation aggregate percentage. Again, this is quite straightforward. Aggregate CGPA to conversion formula you have to enter. Then you have to upload your CGP to percentage conversion formula details. Okay, we've already discussed. If you don't have it, then you have to upload the document saying that you don't have it. Okay, so then you can use the conversion formula which has been mentioned, which is CGPA divided by max CGPA into 100. So that will work. Okay, do you have or you are undergoing dual or 5-year integrated course? Select it as the case applicable. If you are more than one bachelor's degree, then you click here, etc., etc. Do you have masters? You just scroll down, Keshav. For all the people, if in case there was any deviation or discrepancy, this is the time to correct it. Okay, you may not, have another time to correct this again, and therefore do it very diligently, properly, so that you are absolutely perfectly you fill this. Okay, now let's quickly move forward, Keshav. I think we have
Yeah.
discussed the bachelor's part quite well. Okay, now
I'll just quickly fill this so we can
yeah.
move further.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So here we have talked about bona fide certificate can be a self undertaking also.
Okay.
Okay, so moving forward, yeah, Keshav, go ahead.
So now we come to the work experience section. If you don't have a work experience section, just click no and move forward. Remember, like as we stated before, if you have work experience, the salary should not be paid in cash.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is important.
If it is paid in cash, you have to click on no.
Correct.
So
Yeah,
I'll just do yes for now. And here it's asks like section, whether it's family or own business, full-time salary, proprietorship, etc. And your monthly salary range designation. Like it's really standard.
yeah. Gross annual salary, date of again, gross annual salary, date of joining, date of leaving, is again something which is mentioned in your offer letter. So whatever is your updated offer letter, you should refer to that, and it should give you that number. Then again, here you have to upload that document. So this is again very straightforward. Okay. All right. Let's move.
And then extracurricular. So like extracurricular is not required, but for the during your interview, these can come in handy as the panel can ask you question on basis of this. So in a way, your form can also guide your interview.
Absolutely. The form is very, very important. And if you have these achievements, make sure that you mention it, even if it is not mandatory. Even if it is not a required field, you should certainly try and fill something. Now, a couple of things which a lot of people try to ask. One is, if I don't have an achievement or an award, should I mention anything else? See, a zero is as good as the garbage that you are going to fill in. So if you believe that there is no award or achievement in that context, don't write anything and everything. Okay, be very specific and precise. If there is an achieve, if it has been mentioned as achievement award, has to be an achievement. So and it is again extracurricular activities. Okay, so it should include things like games and sports, cultural, literary, and similar activities which are not academic or co-curricular. Okay, then you have co-curricular activities which are intercollegiate, institute, and higher level activities only. Mention inter-college, institute, and higher level. Don't mention school activities here. If school में मैंने debate competition किया 9th class में, all of that is not applicable here. Correct. And again, here you have to do achievements or awards. Don't put in participation. Okay, कि मैं participate किया. You have to put in achievements and awards. Correct. So that is again very important. Upload certificate. Here also, if you have to upload the certificate of merit or achievement that you have received. You can collate and share it. Right. So I think this is also done. If you will move forward,
Yeah.
Keshav. Okay, and then
No.
finally there is declaration, and we can get completed with this.
Yeah.
Right. So I think this is quite straightforward. We have completed this. I think you have to just agree. In the place, you have to put in your current city. Okay. So a lot of people ask me, place के साथ India लिख दें क्या? ठीक है, फिर मैं उनको बोलता हूँ universe लिख दे. ठीक है. So put it your current city. That is again very straightforward. Okay. So I'm hoping that this part is absolutely clear. Keshav, anything else that we are missing out?
Yeah. No, sir. I think you have covered. Like we have covered everything.
Perfect. So then I think this is it for CAP. Do fill in properly. Thank you so much. God bless. Bye bye.